Do you want to buy a car, house, or make a big financial purchase in the future? Well, a credit score is going to be part of this. Today, I'm Austin Downs. I'm going to be talking to you about why a credit score is important to you. So what is a credit score in a sense? I like to think of it as a number that the bank uses to tell how reliable you are with your money, in a sense, how if you're responsible or not. Let's say these credit scores can range from 300 to 850. Let's say you have a high credit score of, let's say 730. This tells a bank that you're responsible with your money. You make your payments on time. You make your payments with the correct amount. So they'll easily give you a loan and good interest rates, and you overall have a better time getting these. If let's say you have a bad credit score, let's say 415, the bank is going to say, hey, this guy isn't responsible with his money. So you're going to have a harder time really getting a loan, higher interest rates, pay more. Overall, it is worse financially. And credit scores are based off of your credit history. So how you perform in the past is how the bank assumes you're going to be performing in the future. So how does this affect you in a sense? Well, it can negatively and positively affect you depending on your credit score. Some negative effects, and these are all provided by an article on Investopedia. It can be harder to get a car and home loan if you have a low credit score. You're going to be paying higher interest rates, paying more for home, auto, and renter's insurance, as well as employment. Not a lot of people think about this, but employers do check your credit scores. Let's say you have a good interview, good resume, perfect for the job, but they check and they see you have a 310 credit score. You're going to see, wow, this guy isn't responsible with his own money. How am I going to trust him to be responsible for his job, for my job's money, for really anything? And so they can make or break that as well, which is a lot surprising to some people. It can affect more than just your financial situation. It can affect your personal and employment. This brings to mind a friend of mine named John. He has trouble with his credit score in a sense that right when he turned 18, he got a card signed with the company and started using that thing left and right, swiping, and he didn't really know what to do, how to pay it, or really anything. And so now 2-3 years down the line, he's trying to buy a house, buy a car, and his credit score is low. He's having a trouble with it, really. And this is all leads back to when he first got his credit card and he started spending irresponsibly. And so his credit score plummeted for that, and he's having trouble with it. Some other effects got this from an article by Help Guide. Other than financial, it can cause financial stress with a low credit score. You could be having trouble in the future. This can cause insomnia, depression, anxiety, and relationship difficulties. And so with this can even further decrease your credit score as you're focusing now on your relationship problem, on your depression, rather than paying your credit card. You're paying your home insurance, paying your mortgage. And so you're going to go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole of credit score. And so it overall is a bad thing to have a bad credit score. So it's important to have a good credit score. A simple solution, really simple: have information and be self-aware and take action with this self-awareness. Basically, what I mean by this is that as long as you're informed how the system works, what to do, how to do it, and how to properly do it, that's half the battle. The next battle is self-awareness and action with that self-awareness. And what I mean by that is that be self-aware of your own financial situation. Be self-aware that, oh, this is your credit score. Oh, this is that. And how am I going to use my credit card? How am I going to pay this home mortgage? How am I going to do all of this and apply it to your own situation? By paying your card on time, paying your mortgage on time, having time to build this credit over time responsibly is how you really build a good credit score. A good example of this is from Alec Stonewell from nerdwallet.com. Back in 2010, he was a business owner and went bankrupt. He had to close his business, and his credit score went from high 700 and dropped down to a 420. This is detrimental to a person, but unlike Alex, he was in a good financial situation, so he sprung to action. He was currently paying off his car, and so he kept paying that car off in the correct amount of time, the correct amount of payments. And with this, he signed for a new card, co-signed with his parents, and he used his card for everything. He would pay this card in full every month. And so with the combination of his car payment and the credit card payment in full every month on time, in a matter of 6 months, his score was brought back up to 620, which is quite miraculous for only 6 months. But it just shows how simple it is. As long as you're informed, you take action with your situation, you can really improve your credit score. So how does this really apply to you, right? How do you get through this? Really, first step is to do your research. Like I said, research credit card companies. Hey, this credit card's good for me. This company's good for me. For my financial situation, I want cash back here. I want this miles plus, whatever happens for your situation. Do your research. Not every credit card company is going to apply to you. And so with this, you need to plan out how you're going to use this card. Are you going to use it only for gas? Or are you going to use it like Alex did for every situation and every cause, and then pay it in full and boost your credit score exponentially? At the end of the day, you need to maintain this. You need to pay it on time, pay it in full, and you will increase your credit score. And your future self is going to thank you for this. Really, 5 years down the line, you're going to be saying, hey, I'm glad I have a credit score of 800 because now I can get a good loan for my home. I get a good loan for my car. And your financial situation, you're going to de-stress yourself. But only you can do this. This is your financial situation, and this is your life, really.